to another episode of Desire to Inspire. It's your mama's favorite podcast. I finally got sound back in my ears, and
It is so beautiful.
it is so beautiful. And I know I'm screaming, and I fucking love it.
No, that's the thing is that one episode I was like, God damn, dude, it sounds loud as fuck. And it's not. You just hear yourself louder than you hear you louder than you hear me.
Okay, yeah, I definitely do.
Because I hear myself so loud. It's kind of like, I like it though. I feel like it puts me in the zone. Like it makes me focus on just this. Because right now I got a whole bunch of Mexicans outside my place who just laying carpet. Like on the stairs. So sorry if they're banging around. I just went to take the dog out. They got like this big ass, I don't even know what it is. Like, what do you put for outdoor carpet to hold it down? Because they're stapling it and shit. But it's just like this big tub of
glue.
It's brown.
Yeah, it's like a yellow brown.
Literally, dude, if I didn't look down, I would have stepped right into the thing. I have to carry the dog because I just have carpet draped over the damn stairs. Like, it's a hazard. And it's right outside my door. I'm like, can we fix this up? And they're just 4 of them sitting on the ground just talking in Spanish to each other, bro. It's insane.
You know what's weird is that the sound of you is coming out of my computer.
That's real weird.
Yeah, that's why I hear you. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Speaking of Spanish people, Mexicans specifically, this is releasing on Cinco de Mayo. You got it?
Yeah.
But is it a thing out there, bro? No one's made one comment about Cinco de Mayo. No one's talking about celebrating. We're from a place where it's heavily celebrated, you know?
You got to come out here then. We got this place called Southbound that I guess just pops off for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, hell. Dude, I've heard no one even mention that it's Cinco de Mayo. And I'm trying to fuck up some Mexican tomorrow. Well, today is of the release date.
You're trying to fuck a Mexican today?
There's 4 of them outside, dude. Who knows?
Yeah, we're
I actually did see one girl laying carpet.
Oh, really?
So maybe.
Hey, it's 2023, man. Equal rights. Equal lives.
I'm saying maybe I will fuck one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get this 2023 phone. Fuck it, dude. I could do that too.
Yeah, my barber was telling me because my barber shop is there's a Southbound. The restaurant is right here, and then the barber shop's connected back, and it has a speakeasy in it. And he was telling me that Southbound goes crazy for Cinco de Mayo, and it's jam packed. So
you going?
I don't know. Chad's going to be in town. I wasn't going to do anything this weekend, and I'm really. Besides going to see Chad, I'm not going to do much.
We got a big week next week, man.
I know. I'm preparing for it, man. I've been on my shit this week. I kind of went through it in April. Well, I had a great April, but I was telling you that I was just beating myself up about it because I just fell off my train. And so I'm back on track. And dude, the Inspired Community app, I am starting to see the value in it. I'm finding the value in it because I'm playing around in it.
And now I need to. You got me wanting to get in there and fuck around with it.
I'm honestly it excites me because I'm utilizing it in the way that we have anticipated, and now I get to see it firsthand for what we're doing for our different clients. And I think about going in there all the time. All right, did I check this off? Did I check this off? Did I do this? And so it's really cool when you start structuring it to your day to day. And it makes me happy how much we can tailor it to different people's goals or priorities.
Do you have it saved to your home screen?
Yeah.
I need to do that still.
Yep. So,
I'd probably be in there a lot more if I did that.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend getting in there, seeing it, playing with it, put your stuff in there, and just using that because, again, it holds you accountable.
Stuff I would put.
Oh, I could probably name 10 things right now that you would put in there.
Yeah, but then I don't have an excuse to not do it, man.
So listen, actually, this will be a perfect segue into it. So I have really zoned in lately, and
God, I needed this caffeine. Let me tell you.
Good. Yeah, you came in a little bit low.
I'm feeling kind of wired, and it never hits me like this.
I was listening to the Nick Bear podcast, and it actually inspired me even more. As I told you at the end of April, I want to get dialed in. I want to start getting back to my habits that I had. I let some of them go, all this stuff. And so with that becomes my morning routine. My morning routine is critical to me. The reason that I fell off, or I believe I fell off of my train tracks, is because I wasn't going to the gym every single morning like we talked about in the other podcast. I was using the excuse, and it is an excuse because I wasn't holding myself accountable, that on my non-lift days that were just running days, I was allowed to sleep in. And what that did is it just created a train effect where I would sleep in, then I wouldn't do the things that I would usually do in the morning, and it would keep trickling and
I
trickling. And
was
so I
there.
want to, what's that?
I was there too.
Yeah, so that's what I want to get into because Nick Bear talked about his morning routine on his podcast, and I'm like, we need to talk about
Through the
that because
weekend, though. He'd be up during the weekends.
yeah, because we do a lot of like good things and we have a lot of good habits in place that I think people need to hear about. And it all goes back to that statement of just that you made. Will you open up more? Will you tell people more? Like it starts with telling these stories too of like where to even get started in the morning. We're seeing it firsthand right now with working with some of the people that we are like, bro, it's little fucking shifts, but they're making the little shifts to make the big impact over the course of their life.
I
And
think
so
it's
I
good
wanted
for
you
us
to,
to hear it ourselves, even though, because like it's so second nature to us at this point that like we don't think about little shit that we do in the morning that's actually like, because it is literally a routine. Like there's no like it's like getting up and brushing my teeth. It's the same fucking thing. Like
yep.
everything else
It
just
was like,
comes one after the other.
it was like when we did the DTI 50 at the end of it, you were like, it was kind of easy for me. Like I needed something. I'm like, bro, it should have been easy. Like it's our routines. It's the
Yeah.
things that we do daily or like the things that we focus on or think you should hone in to get back on track. And so it replicates our lifestyle. So it should have came a little bit easier for us or natural. So yeah, let's hear about your morning routine. Dive into that and would love
Oh,
to
you want me
just
to go
kind of compare
first?
it. Yeah. Compare it
All right.
against mine and yours and the
Um,
habits.
my morning routine starts the night before, actually. So I'd like to be in bed, and when I say in bed, I'm gonna get you want a specific, so I'm gonna get very specific. I
Yep.
have a TV in my bedroom that I do not ever use. I mean ever. I don't watch TV in bed. I think it's one of the worst things you can do is watch TV in bed. Dami likes to fall asleep with the TV on. I can't do it. Hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the only reason it's even in our or in my bedroom in the first place. Now it gets turned on like when I go to the gym in the morning, I turn it on for the dog. Just so
Mm-hmm.
like he don't get barking or whatever.
Yep.
So that's the only time it's on. So I like to be in bed between 8:30, 8:45. So about 8 o'clock, I start shutting it all down. The TV goes off, like the phone goes on do not disturb. I Ziggy's usually napping by then, so like I start brushing my teeth, getting everything ready for the night. He naps all day long, bro. But like, so he's taking a little nap. But once I get up and start moving around, it'll like get him up. So then like he spends like 20 minutes walking around. By the time I'm ready to go to the bedroom, he's already ringing the bell. I have exactly what I'm about to wear for the gym the next morning. My bag, I get whatever supplements I need for the morning, get them all taken care of, like out, boom, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Then take him out, do a little walk, come back in. It's right to the room. I put my nose strip on when I come back in because I'm not walking around outside like that.
Why, bro? All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not Matt Moore. I'm not rocking this thing all the time. So I put it on when I come in, put him in his cage, shut the light off, I lay down. So
you know what I love real quick before you even go on is that you thought of Matt, and I did too, but we thought of Matt Moore instead of Alex
Hormozy?
Hormozy. Yeah, which makes me happy because we support our boy.
I knew who you're talking about. But so I lay down. And this is usually anywhere between 8:30 and 9, just depending like how tired I am. But it's in that block.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I journal at night, but not always. It's just like if I feel like I want to. And sometimes I'll read like in there if I'm really not tired. But for the most part, like I'm ready to go to bed. My body's just on this rhythm. So then wake up 5 o'clock earlier if Ziggy's up, but he's been pretty good about like because I've been sleeping in some 6:30 though. There's no later than that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not happening. But 5
Weekends
o'clock,
as well, or just on weekdays?
6:30, no matter what day it is, he will not
Okay.
sleep past it. If
Yep.
he needs out of the thing, so like I'm like, once I'm up, I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 a.m. We're talking weekdays because I do let myself sleep until 6:30 on the weekend. I haven't been
Yeah.
working out those days. If I do, it's a run. So Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Boom, I'm up. Like I don't snooze. I don't do anything. I try not to go on my phone. Like for I don't want. It's not long. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like it's like 2 hours. I'm not on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's very minimal in the morning, but like I leave it in the room, and then like I just go open up the cage, so he's free to roam. He's been sleeping in there a little longer though, like surprisingly. So then I just start going like through my morning. Am I going like real specific with what I do here in the morning?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Take a piss.
Yep.
Usually I'll weigh myself. Like I've been weighing myself every day just to kind of see like how my body reacts to different things. So it's like take a piss, weigh myself, brush my teeth, go out to the kitchen, and all my supplements are already ready. So it's like if I'm lifting that day, I have like whatever pre-workout I'm going to take with my creatine already mixed up. And then
So
if I'm go ahead.
real quick to the because Nick Bear also says that he weighs himself daily, and I have a regimen that I do daily too. So I'm interested to hear your perspective because a lot of people, average people, day to day people, um, can get fixated on the scale in a bad way, where they use it, and no matter if it's a half a pound up or a half a pound down, they get beat up, they get down on themselves, they talk bad to themselves. So your mentality or the way you look at the scale, can you go into like detail about that? Of
Yeah, I
just
mean, it
like
really
how
the only reason I do it is because I don't say I'm gonna cut because I'm not like in like a strict like I'm not counting calories.
Mhm.
So I'm not, but I think that's why I do it. If I count calories, I don't weigh myself. It's once a week, but I'm not
Okay.
counting. I'm counting protein, but that's it. So my thought process behind it is I just want to see how my body fluctuates. I really
Mhm.
don't care about anything except the weekly number, but I do it every day just to see how it reacts to different things. Because some days it'll be up 3 pounds. The next day I'm back down 3.5. So like it over a week span, it could be somewhere in a half a pound range, just depending the way I'm holding water or if I haven't taken a big shit that day or like anything like that. So
Okay. Yeah, and
it
that's why I
can
asked
really,
because
yeah.
it can fluctuate like that, and people get caught up on the day to day, but it's like look at it from like a month perspective and take the average of that month. Did it stay around the
Right.
same thing? Did you lose? Did you gain? But I don't think we look at it that way. So that's why I was asking you because I feel like I know more people um
I would say the
that
average person shouldn't weigh themselves every day.
okay.
Like obviously Nick Bear is very performance based. He's
Yeah.
gonna weigh himself. Like I'm in a phase where I'm dropping weight, I'm gonna weigh myself. And it
Yep.
also like if I go up 3 or 4 days in a row, I look at okay, what did I do these days? Did
Mhm.
I get less steps those days or did I like eat something that's gonna make it different? So last night I had some ice cream. I've been craving sweets. And I was at the grocery store, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I got a pint. I didn't eat the whole pint, but like I was obviously up a little bit today because I ate it. It was the last thing I ate last night. And
Yep.
it was still 2 hours outside of bed, which I also won't eat 2 hours within like bedtime.
Okay.
So that's just for like digestion reasons. So
Mhm.
that's more of an evening thing than a morning thing, but still. So weigh myself, go out there, get my supplement stuff. Then this one is probably where it's going to get, well, actually, not this one yet. I come in here into the office and I journal first. Then I flip open the work laptop and I just schedule my emails for the day. So like I already have them like preset ready to go. I just want to make
Mhm.
sure like my numbers hit. That's one less thing to worry about. So like I'll schedule them. Sometimes I'll make a few calls because I know they're not going to answer. And like I just leave voicemails for people like that I'm trying to get a hold of throughout the day. And that's like 15 minutes. And then by then, Ziggy's ready to go out. Let him out, come back in, get my shit, and go straight to the gym. And it's whatever workout I'm doing, sauna. Back home, right now, it's been a crazy week. So, like, I haven't had time to do breakfast right away. But I usually come
Mhm.
home, make breakfast, he eats, and then we go on like a 25, 30-minute walk so that he's good until lunchtime, like when I'm done working for the day.
If there was one thing that you could implement or change in your morning routine that you might be or might have been thinking about recently, is there anything or is that pretty steady for what it's been like? I mean, I'm even going to ask over the last 2-3 years because I feel like we've both been dialed in for at least 2-3 years in a general sense. Like if you took the average, this is what our morning routine looks like. Is there something that you want to implement in there that you just can't find the time for?
It's not even that I can't find the time for, it's that I make excuses for more than anything.
Mm,
And it's like it's not even instead of journaling, it's in addition to. writing other things. Like just I tend to write better in the morning. Like I have more creativity in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was able to like set aside 20 to 30 minutes a day and write, and then like leave it off at a place where like I feel good, and then like just so when I write like if I'm writing like something lengthy, like let's say I'm working on a book or something like that, I'll write like whatever I want to write for the day, and then like I jot down 5 to 10 ideas of where I want to take it, because if I don't, they're gonna be gone the next day. So like I
Mm-hmm.
try to set myself up for like something to push that way, and I've been telling myself that I need to get into the habit of doing it again, and I just haven't.
Yep. Okay. I like that. We have
Fucking
a lot of burping up that
gassed up from
fucking.
this thing right now, bro.
I don't know how you drink caffeine this late.
Dude,
Actually, I say that, but
know.
like, dude, caffeine doesn't really even affect me. I had
Me
a
either. And it's
coffee.
also only 3:30 here. I got time.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a coffee the other day, like 5 or 6 o'clock, and I went to bed and slept perfectly fine that night.
Technically, they say like it affects your sleep, and I'm sure like it affects like my REM sleep.
Yeah.
But I wake up good. My watch says I'm looking good.
Yep.
Good.
No, that's cool. I think morning routines are pivotal. If you could give somebody a recommendation for one thing that you think they should implement in the morning, what would that be out of your whole routine? What is one advice, one habit that you would tell somebody to start doing today that doesn't have a good morning routine?
Stop hitting the fucking snooze button. You set that alarm for a reason. Get the fuck out of bed and do whatever you have to do. I don't care if you don't leave the house for an hour, but like you set that first alarm for a reason. If you're not getting up for another 30, 40 minutes, why not set it then?
Yep.
Like the people who are like, oh, I just like to like feel like I'm getting more sleep. Like you're getting worse sleep. It's not doing anything for you. Like you're in and out of sleep now every 5 minutes for 40 more minutes. Like just get the fuck up, you lazy bitch.
Facts. I used to be one of those people. I am way fucking better than I was. I was one of those people that, let me see if I still have an old representation that I can just flash the camera.
I set 2, but it's out of OCD. I have 5 and 505. And that's just in case for some reason I don't hear it, but I never miss it.
So this is what it used to look like way back in the day. 5, 505, 510, 515.
Why are there 2 510s?
I don't know. But
you got
that's
2 510s in there.
Look, and it would just go. And so like this was
you
like
would sleep through those? How many of those are you snoozing?
I would probably set 6 and I would snooze 5 of them. This was like a year and a half ago though.
How do you still have all those in there?
Yeah, I just never deleted them.
Oh, it's 5 and 515. It ain't even 5. Oh, it's 505 and 515.
Oh, damn. All right, I'm going to delete a bunch of mine.
I erase them and set them every day. Usually like there's only one.
Yeah, so now I'll get into, but that was like a year and a half ago because I read in a book and you actually influenced me to not snooze the alarm as much when we first started DTI on like a podcast or something like that. So that was actually something that I picked up from you because you were preaching it back then as well.
It's just not doing anything for you.
Like it really isn't. Like
it's an illusion. You're not getting good sleep. Like you've never, even like if I wake up 15 minutes before the alarm, a lot of times I'll be like, fucking, I'm up now. Yeah. Let's get out of bed.
You know what's the worst is when you wake up, when you think it's the middle of the night to take a piss and you look and you got like 5 more minutes of sleep. Like,
I just get up. I just get up.
Yeah. God, that's the worst. I hate that shit so much.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
Nah, not a good time at all. Cool. Yeah, well, I guess
your turn.
It's my turn. So since you kind of went with your like nightly routine into your morning routine, I'm going to do the same because I think they're both extremely influential in just setting the pace for
I mean, like if I didn't do that the night before, my morning routine would be like a lot more drawn out. Like,
yeah,
because 5 minutes, like when I'm energized and like ready to go to bed, could be like 15 when I'm dragging ass the next morning, fucking hobbling around the apartment.
Yep. Yeah. So I have been very big on learning about sleep and the benefits from it and how important it is, not only for muscle recovery, but just for like overall health in your life. And so I've tried to establish a nightly routine where it gets me to that point where it's like once I'm ready to go in the bedroom, I hit the pillow and I'm out within minutes. I am like you, very, very big, and there's no activity in bed during the day, not reading books, not watching TV, not laying there.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know who's listening, so I'm not going to answer that. But I am very big on like, don't do extra.
I don't even go in my bedroom during the day.
Yeah. And so like if I were to take a midday nap, because I also think naps are like extremely beneficial for like energy and stuff like that, I will purposefully like lay diagonal in the bed. You'll never see me under the blanket in my bed. You'll never see my head on the pillow. I will lay horizontal on my bed. And so that way I'm not like telling my brain like, okay, it's time for bed. Like
you take naps
I try and I would say probably like 2-3 times a week I'll take one.
Damn, bro. That's nice. Yeah. I can't nap.
But they're like 10-15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, really? I would love those. I can't do it. Like I lay down and I'll just be fucking rolling around for 30 minutes. Like this is a waste of time.
Yeah. No, I take about 10-15 minute naps. Just because like I was thinking the other day, like I went to cryo and I got done with cryo and I was like, dude, I've already been up for 6 fucking hours. It was like 9 o'clock. It was like up for 5-6 hours. And I was like, God damn. So when I look at it in that perspective, I'm like, dude, take a midday nap. I just watched a podcast the other day of this really successful guy. I forget who it was, that said like the benefits of nap and like how it energizes you, all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I was like,
but it's very important to know that it's short like yours. Cause there's people out there who take 2-hour naps and that's not doing anything for you. That's going to make you more tired when you wake up.
No. Yep. The longest I would take is a half hour if I take a long one, but they're usually like 10-15 minutes just to rest. And I'm not trying to fall asleep. I just want to rest my eyes and then get back up.
Those are better.
What?
Those are like better for you. Like just those quick ones. Power nap.
I got that from my dad. He used to call them cat naps, and he would always come home from working on the golf course midday, get some lunch, and then he would take a cat nap and get back out and do his work. So, yeah. So anyways, I say all that because bedtime is becoming sacred. Your bed should be treated as bed. Do your extracurricular activities, but don't read in there. Don't work in there. Don't watch TV in there because it's just training your mind that that's a place to hang out. It's not a place to go and sleep. And so when your mind gets in there, it doesn't know what to do if you're training it otherwise. And so we cook dinner about 5-6 o'clock every night. We'll have dinner. And I am not one, and thank God Lo isn't either, to leave dishes in the sink, to not wipe down the countertop, to not have a clean house while we rest and decompress from the day to go to bed. So we have dinner together. We clean up the kitchen, do all the dishes and everything. We'll take Deck for a walk. So that way he can go on his hot dog walk. So that way he gets his steps in. My boy got to lose like 8 pounds. So, you know, we're on a little slim cut together. Yeah. The doc said that he could lose about
put him in the app, bro.
So we'll go for the walk. We'll get back. It'll probably be 7:30, 7:45. And majority of the people I know, like, do not call me after 8 o'clock. I will probably answer text messages, but like, I try and stay off of my phone, not because I think you have to stay off of your phone, because I don't really believe in that whole thing of like, oh, it ruins this and it prolongs and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just don't see it. The only reason I don't do it is because I love to have a little bowl of popcorn, munch on that while I'm watching something on TV to just completely forget about the day. Because I'll go into how I structure my days to make sure they're productive and organized. And so when I sit on the couch, Deck knows it's time for popcorn, so he'll sit there and he'll get a couple pieces. He used to get a lot, but now he can't because he's on a diet. I'll eat my popcorn. We'll watch a show together. Sometimes I'll read, but that's once in a blue fucking moon. And then we turn the red lights on at about like 8 o'clock. So our over our island, there's red lights, and I won't get into it now. We can have a different conversation about that. But red lights are very good to adjust your eyes for like sleep and like mindset and everything like that.
That's what they say. That's why they say not to be on your phone, or like if you are, like to shut the blue light off.
The blue light
you can shut that off. Yeah, like that's the whole reason people say don't be on your phone before bed. It's like the blue light is like, I don't know, keeps you awake or some shit.
Yep,
stimulates you. I don't know.
Yeah, so 8 o'clock, we'll turn those on. We sit on the couch for about 45 minutes to an hour. And typically every single night religiously, I am in bed by 9 o'clock, not much later than that.
You guys go to bed same time?
I go to bed earlier lately. On average, probably around the same time. But I would say she stays up a little later than I do. I'll fall asleep on the couch at like 8:30 sometimes. And so go to bed at 9. She'll come trickling in, sleep all throughout the night, and then I'll get up at 4:30. So this is a new part. I've always woke up at 5, I would say, for the last like 2 years. 5 has always been the time. When I fell off in April, I was like, you know what? I could utilize a little bit more time in the morning. I can be a little bit more productive. So I started waking up at 4:30, and I am seeing tremendous strides, um, not only in what I'm accomplishing, but like what I'm motivated about, or like staying motivated about. And so I'm realizing that when I roll out of bed at 4:30, I'll take my morning piss, I'll brush my teeth, put some water on my face, and then I'll go and get dressed for the gym. I don't lay my clothes out because mine are all like segmented, like workout casual. So like I know where everything's at. So I'll throw the clothes on,
So are
and
mine.
then I'll come over.
I'll be all fucking weird about what I'm about to wear. I'll be like
Yeah.
debating. So I'm like, I'm just gonna figure this out tonight.
You always do have good outfits. I don't really have mine is all standard plain stuff.
I'll be on
You have like
myself
yeah, you have good outfits.
because my only fashion is gym fashion. Everything
I like
else,
that.
like if I go out, I just wear plain t-shirts.
Yep, that's a move. Plain
Yeah,
t-shirts or beige. But yeah, so
basic though.
I'll facts. Take the piss, brush my teeth, get dressed for the gym, and then I'll come over to my desk. I will now journal before I go to the gym. And instead of stepping on the scale like you do, I've been doing progress photos. So I think that personally tells me more of a story, and I like that. And I can also see over time where I need to tailor more effort towards, where I can lay off and change things, all of that kind of stuff. So I've been doing progress photos in the morning. Then I'll go out, pet little Decky on the head, tell Mister I'll see him after, and I'll grab my water bottle, head out the door, go to the gym, do my workout. They're about, now that I'm incorporating a little bit of cardio in the beginning just to get my heart rate up, they're about like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half, depending on what I'm doing that day. So I'll do that, and then I will get back, and I will either stop at the coffee station that's down in our lobby, or I will put coffee on the pot because I make a French press every morning, and I will
Fancy,
have that.
dude.
And I will have that. So I come back over to my desk, and this is my time for solely DTI, sending updates, reaching out to people on different platforms, writing content, writing posts, brainstorming ideas. So I typically get home from the gym around like 6:15, 6:30 at the latest. And before, what I was doing is I would come home, work on some DTI stuff, open my work laptop, do a little bit of that, and I was just all over the place. And so now from 6:15 or 6:30 until about 7:45, strictly DTI. I do everything I need to DTI. Even if I don't have something that day, I still do something for it. And that's been pretty religious for a while. I'm now getting back on track with some of the things like we talked about that we need to focus on. So those are added into the mix. And then once I'm done with that, some mornings I'll take out Decker. He'll go to the bathroom. And then I put all my DTI stuff away, and I open my work computer. And while I'm at work, it is strictly work unless we have a call or something like that. And I'll focus strictly on my 9 to 5 job, do that. And then obviously after that is like whatever I want, which is DTI focus
Yeah.
again. But the most important things that I think I found, is like you said, not snoozing that alarm, but also doing something that's like energizing. So whether that's working out, or whether that's going to get steps, or that's taking your dog for a walk, like doing some sort of physical activity in the morning is that one thing, like I asked you, that I would tell somebody to do. Because majority of the time, if we don't have these habits or patterns set in place, we'll roll out of bed and we'll just immediately open our laptops, or we'll immediately turn on the TV. We'll immediately get
Yep.
on our phone, and then we just sit around and we're looking at that. And even if we open our computers to sit there to work, we'll pick up our phone and we start scrolling. Next thing you know, it's already like 9 or 10 o'clock, still in your pajamas.
That's why the
Still
do
in
not disturb thing has been so key for me lately. It's like if I set
mm,
that, I'm big on like if notifications come through, I feel like I need to respond. Which
yep.
me and you talked about this, I think off air, and I was like,
Yep.
back in the day, like our parents didn't have that. Like if they were gone and somebody called, like they left a message. So it's like now if I put that on, I don't see anything. I literally have it shut off for everything. Like if I'm working, I'm gonna get notifications on my computer. So like, what do I need anything else for? And so
Yep.
like it's been helpful. Like if I pick it up, I realize it says do not disturb on it. So like I look at the time, like, oh yeah, like I don't need to fucking open this. So like it's
I
been
like that.
I've seen my screen time just start to go down.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, one of the things that I do every night too is I pray. So like I think that's very influential. That's something that's been in my thing ever since my father passed away. So the last 8 years, that's something that I do religiously. But getting back to it, like morning habits are everything. They set the foundation. A lot of us will come up with ideas of why we can't do something or why we don't have time or how we're always rushed. Majority of the time we're always rushed is because we don't have something set in place. And
Yeah.
so you start your day on a chaotic path, a chaotic route by rolling out of bed and not doing anything and then realizing that it's 9 or 10 o'clock, or you roll out of bed just enough time to get dressed and head to work and you're hitting every red light. And we've talked about this, but hitting every red light and you get to work and, oh, it's such a bad day. I'm late. I'm this, I'm blah. And we never take accountability to punish ourselves or to let ourselves know, like, no, it's you. It's not anything else. It's not the lights. It's not God. It's not the environment. You didn't set yourself up for success that morning. And so that's why I wanted to talk about these morning routines, because it's very easy to fall out of them, especially on like weekends. I'm awful at it. I still wake up early and do certain things, but I don't have the structure set in place on weekends like I do the weekdays. So that is going to be something that I try and improve on. But not only
The
that,
thing is, like, it
it's
doesn't have to be like as long of a thing, right? Because you don't have a 9 to 5. So it's like even if you get
yeah,
up an hour earlier than you normally do on the weekend and you just do a few things to be productive, you could still be done for the day by 11, 12 o'clock. And like, what are you really doing before 11 o'clock on a Saturday?
yeah,
Nothing.
nothing, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. No, but moral of that story, we'll wrap this up, is I'm glad that we talked about these morning routines. Please take something from this and implement it into your lifestyle. There's individuals around me that have changed their lifestyle and have a morning routine now, and it makes me so fucking happy. One of them is going to the gym, and it's setting their foundation up not only to reach goals outside of that morning routine, but it's also energizing them in other areas of their life. And it keeps you on track. Like we talked about last episode, when you go through hard times, when you go through challenges, when you go through things that put up the roadblocks, it helps you get over those with ease, versus already being behind the 8 ball and then having to try and make up that 8 ball and then get over the hurdles. So setting up routines, setting up these habits, they're all fucking easy. Stop making the excuses and do it, because it's on you. It's not on anybody else, and it's not on the environment around you. And so with that, I have one last question
I know.
for you.
If you were like gonna go into the outro, I was like, wait. You said you had a question.
I do. So I was listening to something the other day, and it really made me think. And I don't know. Actually, I do know. I would have answered this opposite if I didn't hear it and hear the explanation the person gave. So if you knew you only had 1 month left to live, would you tell anybody?
Yeah. I think I would
Elaborate.
tell everybody. Because then like everybody's gonna go out of their way to like, let's make this the best fucking month ever.
See,
Like
that was where my mentality was at, or my headspace is like, yeah, I would fucking tell everybody so that way they
yeah, I'm
could
trying
see
to live
me.
it up. Let's
And
no, it ain't even like, hey, come over and see me. It's like, let's go fucking like live it up. Like, let's go make some fucking memories for literally a month straight.
yep. Yeah,
So you're
I don't
saying you
know.
wouldn't tell anyone?
I don't know. After thinking about it, like, bro, I don't really talk to many people as it is. Like, I'm
I'm
not
not saying
one.
I'm fucking announcing it to the world. I'm just like hitting up
No,
everyone that I
hold on.
want to see before I die.
No. All right. So think of it this way. So you have the core people that reach out to you that you talk to daily. They're obviously going to know, because it's not like you would have to like go to them. Like, you're already talking to them. So outside of this core group that
But
you have,
if you just found out, they don't know. I think that that's what the question is.
all right, take it outside of the core. No, take it outside of your core. Like, would you tell anybody, as in, so the way they referenced it is, would you tell anybody if you knew you only had 1 month to live? And the guy said, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want those that didn't want to spend time with me coming around just because they know I'm gone. I want them to care about me while I'm here because of what I provide, the value I have, the output, the this, the that. So your core people know who, that's why you hang out with them.
Oh
Me,
well, yeah, I wouldn't
you,
have hit
Matt,
up just
Tone.
random people. Yeah,
So
like
you
I'm
wouldn't
not.
hit up those people that like, oh yeah, if I'm with them, it's a good time on a casual
No,
occasion, like yearly. You wouldn't?
no, because I don't want to. I don't want to spend my last month with them. Like I want to spend it with like the people like I really give a fuck about. Which I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's still like a good number of people like that I would tell. Like it's probably double digit people, but it's not like outlandish. I don't think it'd be over 15.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Maybe
don't know
not
how
even
many.
15. But yeah, it'd probably be 15ish.
Yeah. Just got me thinking because like most of us want to like hold on to like so many relationships and all of this kind of like I don't know if it's a status symbol that people need. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's a
I know what
an
it is.
ease of.
It's everyone. Everyone wants to be loved. Like everybody wants to be liked by people, and so they feel like if they let go of these relationships, like that's gone. But I feel like the better way of like knowing like, oh, I love this person, they love me, is like those people who you can go without seeing and then like you pick up like it's nothing. It's not the people who like feel the
Mhm.
constant need to like be around, even like when you're draining them or like you don't enjoy their company. Like I don't want to be around that type of person. So I think I've gotten better with like just letting relationships go. And it's definitely not an easy thing to do. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I've also gotten better, I feel like, at holding on to the ones that I really give a fuck about. Like the relationships that I really care about, like even if they don't reach out to me, like I know that this is an important relationship to me and maybe they just don't communicate the same way I do. So like I
Hmm.
never feel like, oh, they don't hit me up, I'm not going to hit them up. Like I used to be that way and I didn't talk to a lot of people because of it. But now it's like if I want a relationship with this person, I don't care if I have to be the one to go out and make that relationship happen. Cuz I feel like
Yeah.
the more I reach out, then like it starts to come back. So
Yep.
like put out the energy you want to get. Like that's all it comes
Yep.
down to.
I like that. Yeah. I'm pondering on that statement of like if you would or wouldn't let people know, and even like the people closest to you. So we've both had people that passed away from us. Both I would call it instantaneous, meaning like we had no idea it was going to happen. And we've had some that have been around and were elongated because they were fighting an illness or disease. So I wonder if you were to tell somebody being in a healthy state, like you are now, but in 30 days, you're just gone. Would
Mhm.
it be more of a sad journey because everybody knows like the first 2 weeks, like, okay, yeah, let's do all this stuff. But then would the end of it be so like sad and you wouldn't be having as much fun because everybody would be dwelling on it
I mean,
versus you just
it's
holding
gonna
it
come
in?
down to that. It's definitely gonna come
Yeah.
down to that, especially like if you know the day. Like if you said, "Hey, I got like a month-ish. Like let's just live it up." But like to know I have 30 days, that's gonna like really taint the last week for sure.
Yeah.
And it's actually gonna taint the whole month. But I think like you could be like, "Yo, this is how I want to go out." Like I've came to terms with it. We just gotta make this shit happen. Like there's nothing you can do that's gonna stop it. So
Yep. It
let's
kind of
go.
relates to a question that my mom had asked us because you remember that one movie, Limitless? I think it
Yeah.
was where they would take the things and they had the time on their arm. My
Oh,
mom was
that's
asking,
in time.
okay, that movie. My mom
Limitless
was
is the pill
asking,
one.
like, what, yeah, whatever ones they have the time on, and you can see your
Yeah.
time going down and down. So my mom was asking us, like, would we want to know to the day that we're gonna die in our
They
lives,
could
or
make more
would we?
time though in that movie.
Yeah.
They can make time.
I don't know. It's a weird concept. It's fun to think about.
The thing is, like, it's easy to say I would like to know the time because I feel like in my mind I have a lot of time left. But if I
Yeah.
said I want to know and I found out I'm gonna die in 3 years, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because like then it goes one of two ways. Like, do I do everything I can to like leave an impact in 3 years? Or do I say fuck it? I'm living however I want to live for 3 years. Like it could go either way.
Yeah.
It could really
It
fuck me
could.
up. But like if somebody's
Yeah. I
like,
don't
yeah, you
think I
got
would.
60 years left and I'll make it to 90, I'd be like, oh hell yeah. Like let's
Yeah.
go.
It's like Dana White doing all that stuff, and he looks fucking great ever since he got that evaluation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I looked into it. I got to get a couple commission checks before I can justify spending to get the test and the genetic gene test that comes with it, because it ain't cheap.
Damn, bro, you're about to have an expensive year. You getting your hair done, a fucking genetics test?
Hell yeah, baby. Set ourselves up for
Yikes.
success. But that's all we got. I thought that question was interesting. I don't know how I would take it. But, start a morning routine, live the best life you can, and you won't have to worry about it. Have fun while you're here, create the memories, because I promise when people are gone, you are going to regret something. And that's either that you didn't spend enough time with them, that you wish you could have apologized, that you wish you could have done things differently. So the moral of the story is set yourself up for success day in and day out. Focus on the things that you care about, the things that you love, and the things that you want to achieve in this lifestyle or in this life. Go and get them. Go after them. Don't let anybody fucking stop you. Don't care what the fuck people say. And remember, we're here for you. So come and fucking talk to us. Tell your mama we said hello. Have the desire to inspire. It's on.
Peace.